region. It's like a staple product there, collards. Production is good, sweetness. Consumers, they like it because it's soft, tender, and you can harvest and transport it to another market which is far. So it's a good product. Although we are now coming in with another one, an improved variety, which is an hybrid for that market. So you can come over and see. This is the pasta. For those who want a very big, it's almost the shape, as you can see. It's a round to high, round shape bulbs. So for those farmers who need something medium, we have a specific variety. Our Red Queen F1 is best for that. Yeah. So any farmer who wants something not late, not early, in between, you go in for our Red Queen F1. Who take a lot of white onions, we recommend our Super X F1. It matures very fast. 65 to 75 days will be on the market. Okay, this segment, the market share is not very big. For Nairobi guys and Mombasa, we have specific customers who like this. The difference between the white and the red ones, the pungency. We have clients who don't want an onion with very strong pungent, so they go in for this. The market's not huge. That's why guys from Western region doing a lot of onion, this one will not go because the market share is very small. Yeah, but it's a good product. But we can also start using it. If you don't want our kachumbari, you don't want that very strong pungent, you can go in for that. Yeah. The advantage of this white onion, maturity is very fast. If you are doing irrigation, we'll do 4 times per year. It matures very fast as compared to the red variety. Yellow grano is OPV, yeah, but they're all white onions. The difference is that is slightly higher in price. This is under the farmers who will not, they want to do the same white onion, but they don't have enough money to buy the Super X. They'll come in for our red grano. Yeah. We are introducing new hybrids. As you can see, they don't have names. We are using numbers 19 stock 13. So before we release any variety on the market, this is what we carry out. We do multi-locational trials where we want to position this variety. Then we do a field day. We call very influential farmers plus agronomists so that the farmers will decide, is this onion good for them, before we release a variety on the market. So it goes a long process. So by so doing, if we release a product, it will be accepted by the brokers, consumers, and farmers at the same time. So this is how we do it. We don't introduce a product before we test the market. So in ESC, this is the procedure, and it works for us. Even trial material, we consider a number of things. Maturity, we consider the color, the shape, the pungency, disease tolerance, and pest control, and the climate of that particular area. Before we decide now, this is the best onion for this region. So as you can see, we are experts in onion. No company will beat ESCD marketing of onions. That's why we are number 1. The market for these, normally what they consume, they'll consume this part. Okay, it doesn't have a bulb, it's a flat one, but this part is what they consume. The market for leek in Kenya is not that big. A Nairobi farmer, those who are coming within Nairobi, big hotels are the ones, and the Haitian community. They're the ones who are consuming this leek in big way. But it has got, this onion is good for our health because if you are making soup, and big hotels, they normally use this to add flavor to soups. And the goodness is it will mature very fast. It does not give you a lot of headache like the other one, spraying, disease control. And the other thing is that you don't require it to form bulbs. It's nature, normally it will not form a big bulb. It's flat, yeah. So the urban guys are the one consuming it in big way. Having trial materials, yeah. This is 03/15. So the same procedure that we carry out our trials is it will be subjected to all conditions, so that if it enters the market, we are positioning ourselves well to competition. Because like the way the other varieties you have seen, at least we want to target given clients different areas. That's why you will see our trial materials, there are many, because we don't want a farmer to complain that he needs this particular variety, particular shape of onion, and we miss to supply. That's the reason we always do our trials everywhere. Farmer wants to reduce, he wants to produce a given size of the bulb. What we normally do, we reduce the spacing. If you want to produce medium size, please, you can do it 8 centimeters to 7 to 6. If you want to produce a large size bulb, you increase the spacing. But from one line to the other, it's a constant of 30 centimeters. The reason you have seen we have raised, we have done it on benches. Onions always want very soft soils. So for you to attain a good field capacity holding, you have to do the same. But planting on the flat surface where heartburn is an issue, production will go down. The other thing, sometimes you see an onion of this shape. The problem will be at times the depth. So advise farmers to maintain the furrow to be exactly 3 inches deep, not more than that. And then, if you see an onion having very thick stem, the problem is feeding a lot of nitrogen, and we discourage farmer from applying any foliar fertilizer with high nitrogen level on onion plant. Otherwise, the farmer will complain. So, advise farmers not to use a lot of nitrogen on onions, because at the end of the day, it will encourage a lot of leaves, and the farmer will be at the loss. So, the standard height for onion, not more than 50 centimeters high. The harvest will go up. But if you maintain 40 to 45, you will have good harvest. So onions, yeah. Onions are it's a funny crop. One, it requires a lot of phosphorus for root formation. Two, if you supply a lot of nitrogen, you will miss the point of having the bulb. Three, potash is very, very necessary. Soils with a low level of potash, the harvest will definitely go down. So advise the farmer to take soil sampling or soil pH. Once he knows that, he will know in his farm the level of nitrogen, the level of potash, the level of phosphorus. There, they will be getting the points right. Otherwise, feeding a lot of nitrogen, we don't supply a lot of CAN. Should be moderate. Two, foliar fertilizer should be avoided unless they are complete. That is having a standard level. If it's 17, 17, 17, let it be there. Then potash during bulbing is very necessary. So to onion farmers, please, if it's bulbing, give them a foliar fertilizer that has got a high level of potash in it. They will succeed.
Chifa grubs and the ground. And termites, nematodes.
Huh?
That is what?
Leo niko mbali. Acha achukue tu yote. Siko na mpango leo.
Rates are 25 ml. Imidacloprid, the molecules in the imidacloprid, you have to apply 25 ml in 20 liters. If you apply 5 or 10, if you underdose, it won't function. There is a problem with people because they want to use little, because because of financial issues. If you bring financial issues in the shamba, then you are not a serious farmer.
What did you mean by the ratio of 1 to 1?
That is, if it's 1 ml to 1 liter. 1 ml to 1 liter. If you have a knapsack of 16, you put 16 ml. If it is 20, it's 20 ml. Repeat this at interval of 14 days. Now these 3 chemicals you mix, you will take insecticide, you will take a fungicide, and a foliar. I think you have been told about the foliar, about Vegimax. Just talked about Vegimax. There's also Mazao series, where the NPK series are higher. You'll get, for sweetness, we put flower and fruit. The potash is 38 or 35. It is higher. And then we have Mazao total. The ratios are 20-20-20. Nitrogen 20, phosphorus and potash 20-20. It is good in onion. And make sure in onion you apply a mites chemical. We call it Vacotin. If you see your onions, they are not dark green, there is an issue of mites. So make sure you apply abamectins. Abamectins you don't mix, you just apply alone. Any miticide, any acaricide, don't mix. You apply alone. That is 10 ml in 20 liters, and then you spray fast. After 30 minutes, you can mix the 3. Then repeat that exercise after 2 weeks' time.
Jaber mangeo, jaber koada, koada kodiaga, bene angeo, atwaro mondange. Kanchunyi ni kure mondo abedi kaparo. Chunya pod medo gongi, ahanyar kisumu. Kawada kwai, wendo awangoro, goro ya kwa yode, utire jedete, haya, haya, haya. Dokana digen ye dago daida wo ina madokana digen Ziki bila jasho. Elise harido yanza 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 ibe muyanze wenyanga oleli ibe muyanza wenyanga uze ube uwaze kawa mwendwa wa ngoro, ngoro yakwa yothe gutire nyendete. Haya 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 ndukanagie iye ndaguthaitha, ndaguthaitha woira ndukanagie. Twende sasa.
Our Father in heaven, creator of heaven and earth, we exalt and lift up your holy name this morning. Thank you for our visitors who have come to see what East Africa Seed is all about. Bless us today, guide us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Yes, a little bit of what we offer. And you must agree with us, it's a good job that you do, that we are walking the talk. That one is a message that has gone through, and I believe all of us, we are agreeable in that. I just want to take a short time to brief you on a few things. After this meeting, you are still free to go around the farm and see that which you might have jumped or your eyes was not very okay, didn't see. So you have opportunity to go back and see for yourself. In 1-1, we started with maize, where we showcased medium and high altitudes. We had beans, fodder, sorghum, sunflower. There were also a plot for seminis. We also had our own vegetables, hybrid ones, and in the greenhouses. And watermelon, upon which others we have also sampled. So feel free after the occasion to visit if you are not satisfied, or even if you are satisfied, please make a turn and see it one more time. So I would like to take this opportunity to call to do a very short introduction. All ESEED staff, wherever you are, can you just stand up and then we appreciate you where you are. ESEED staff, all of us. All ESEED staff where you are at. Thank you very much, feel welcomed. I would like also to introduce the ESCID management. All ESCID management, if you're here, let's just see where you are standing. ESCID management. All right, they must be busy somewhere. Oh, there they are. All right. I would like to invite Mr. Rogers Mugambi to come and join me here and introduce the high table.
Habari zenu? Kwani mumechoka? You are not, eh? We thank you for finding time to share this occasion with us. It is your occasion, and I will do right what I've been told to do to introduce our guests, chief guests. We are all guests, and we are honored for your presence. Let me start with from the extreme, now depending on where you are sitting. Kama unaangalia hivi tumbia extreme right? From that side, Duncan Odu. Duncan, maybe you can just wave. Duncan is the CEO of STAC, City Trade Association of Kenya. You see him a little later. Then next to him is Rowan Kanta. Rowan is in charge of seed systems for One Acre Fund. One Acre Fund is an NGO. Then I will come this side. From my extreme left is Elizabeth Muranda. She is the commercial lead, Monsanto, Africa. You will also hear from her later. Then we have Simeon Kibet. Simeon Kibet is the GM Quality Assurance, KEFIS, Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service. Then we have Justine. The other name I will not attempt. Justine Rakota Sotaona. Have I tried? Is the CEO of AFSTA, African Seed Trade Association. And next to him, let me introduce our MD. Unaona, ni kama anacheza golf throughout, ana katumbo. Despite the monies. So Mr. Jitu Shah, we'll hear from him also a little later. And let me introduce to us our chief guest, the Honorable Albert Mwaniki. Mwaniki is from the Governor's Office, Muranga, County Government of Muranga. So we hear from them in a short while. Felix? Yeah, so thank you very much. Tuwachote tumakofi. Tumekula kasukari. So tuko na energy kidogo, si ndio?
Thank you very much, Rogers. We've had Kazuri. That was what we were testing over there. And I think I was standing over there, I couldn't help hearing people saying how much it tastes like sugar cane. But what was so sure was that it is so sweet, it has a lot of sugar in it. So we'll have a little bit more of it. It's in plenty for today. And it is in the house. I would like to take this opportunity also to recognize the Monsanto. We are distributing on their behalf and they are in the midst. So I would like to pass this mic for a brief time to one of their representatives here.
Amujambune. Kwa majina ni Isaac Nzuka, working for Monsanto Division Seminis. Tunauza mbegu za mboga mboga, in charge of Central and Coast. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I thought everybody was to introduced by himself. Timu ya Seminis, mahali mpo mnaweza kusimama tafadhalini. Seminis team.
Hapa Isaac.
Kuna wengine wako kwa tendi kule, naomba tu mpungie, muinue mkono juu, fanye hivi. Hao sauti yao hatuwezi kuisikia na kawaida mdogo hawezi kuongea mkubwa akiwa.
Hamjaboni. So nimepatiwa jukumu la kuintroduce Seminis team. Of course, our boss Elizabeth has been introduced. So I'll just take this brief note to introduce ourselves. Isaac is our sales key account manager, dealing with East Africa Seed account, and also in charge of Central Kenya and Eastern, Greater Eastern and Coast. Jared Oduso is our TD, technical manager for Central East Africa. Yeye ndio anafanya hii kazi ya introduce varieties, new varieties, and actually ensuring that our distributors have products or the pipeline is solid for the future. The team there is supporting sales in different regions, and Bernard across on the other side. Already tumekaa kila mahali. Bernard is in charge of export. He's an export manager in charge of export countries, all the markets outside Kenya. And myself, I'm David Dongo. I'm in charge of Central East Africa business, so I manage sales. Asanteni sana, karibu sana, na muwe karibu kwa kijana sisi.
Company, wakilishi wa serikali, wakulima wenzangu, mjamboni.
Jambo.
Kwa majina naitwa John Mutai. Nafanya kulima upande wa Yata. Nishukuru kwanza East Africa Seed tukalipisha tuje tuone aina ya mbalimbali ya mbegu, na tumefanya kazi muda mrefu na nimekuwa nikishughulika na aina ya mbegu inaitwa watermelon, inaitwa sukari, na iko na soko, iko mzuri sana. Pia nimewahi kufanya kazi na Seminis na kufanya kazi ambayo imewahi kufaulu. Hiyo sio kufanya kazi na hao ndani ya kampuni yao, lakini kuna kazi ambaye walitusaidia kutolea business na tulifanya business vizuri sana na Seminis. Elizabeth hapo anakumbuka. Hiyo ni shukrani kubwa sana. Kwa upande wa wakulima, wakati huu tuko na challenges mingi sana. Kwanza wakati wa kiangazi, kama kazi imesimama, hakuna maji. Alafu upande wa serikali, mambo ya magonjwa inazidi, magonjwa kwa mimea inazidi kwenda juu, na bei ya madawa ndio inatakana iangaliwe. Wakulima waangaliwe sana, sababu hatuna union, hatuna nini ya kusema twende tu demonstrate barabarani tufanye nini. Nafaa tuangaliwe, na unakuta sisi wakulima ndio tuko na nguvu kuliko madaktari, kuliko nini. Tukisema saa hii hatuna chakula, kila mtu atania. Asanteni.
Unaweza kutueleza kilimo jinsi ilivyo kwa wakati huu ili tuweze pia kuelewa, na natumai baadhi wetu pia tunaungana na yeye kwa mambo hayo. Kwa hiyo leo tutapata suluhu mahali itawezekana, and I'm hoping that we're in the right forum for addressing what you're saying. Otherwise, we thank you, Mr. Mutai, for your remarks. I would like to call Madam Elizabeth Mwahu. Madam Mwahu, where are you at? Elizabeth? Oh, thank you very much. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes. Jamani, hatuna nguvu na tumekula kazuri. Nakaa kazuri, hii sukari haijatuingia mwilini kikamilifu. Wacha tumkaribishe Madam Mwahu. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm a farmer. I've also done sukari, melon, and spinach from East Africa Seed. The only challenge that farmers you are facing is networking. You find that you enter into farming and you don't know where to sell your products. That one is the challenge as young farmers who are coming up. The other thing is about the climate as per now. Especially the water has gone down. you are facing a lot of challenge. I don't know what you are experiencing in your side because I farm at Yata. That is the only challenge we are facing right now. And also the pesticides. It is good to acquire information from the stars of East Africa when you are doing any farming. Go to them, let them advise you accordingly when the season is right, such that you don't plant something and you find congestion in the market. I've always done that and I'm not disappointed. Thank you.
Also, possibly we have the presence of either Dr. Irogo from the Ministry of Agriculture or maybe a representative. Dr. Irogo, or is the Director Crops, Mengich. Okay. We also might be having a representative from CIMIT on behalf of Dr. Mosisa. Do we have? By show of hand, please come over. Tumchangie makofi. Then also we have a representative on behalf of Dr. Gospel Omanya, AATF. At least we have seen you in the morning. Where is she? Oh, good. So we'll ask you to kindly sit here. Tuwachangia makofi. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for, there were not omissions, but those were late entries. Going forward, in this category, we're going to find remarks from CEO Stark. We're going to, after CEO Stark, we're going to hear from Secretary General Afster. Then we'll hear from Seed System, lead One Acre Fund. Then we'll hear from Monsanto. And then we'll have also a quality assurance, that's GEFIS. Then we'll also have our MD. And then, of course, there'll be the ministry in that order. So before that, as we prepare for the mic, the other mic, I would like Kayamba to give me a very short note as I prepare this. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, all protocols in order. My name is Albert Munyoki. I represent Mayor Agri Traders. We are in Nakuru. Myself, I think I can say, I think I've been in the industry since 1992. And I joined the industry when I was still a young man. And at that time, I was working for my uncle. And he was still selling East African seed. And it was still the company of choice at that time for my uncle. Later on, I just worked for around 7 years. And I quit. I went into the hotel industry for like another 6 years. And then I went back into the agricultural industry. All I can say that East African has been one of the companies that supported us when we were starting. We started back in 2003, and they were the first people actually to give us seed. And from there on, all we have seen is good business with them. We have seen quality seeds, and we have seen, and we are also getting new seeds from them. They're introducing new seeds, and the seeds are performing. They are performing because we are seeing farmers coming back and asking for the seeds by name. And for that, I would like to thank the management and to ask them to keep it up so that this country can grow, because we are an agricultural country, and agriculture is the backbone of this country. For the salesman, we want to say thank you for the work that they are doing out in the field. And we want to ask you to keep it up. And also, we've had a lot of support when they also took distributorship of Semini seeds. We've not had a hitch. They took over. We've not noticed that The seed doesn't now come directly from Monsanto. It comes from East Africa. Yes, they're distributing, but there's not been a cut. The link is still there. We're getting good service, and we just want to say thank you, and we ask you to keep the good work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause, please. I believe you've been heard, and we'll keep the good work going. I would like to invite Mr. Kibiti from Farmer Center, please. Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm the Managing Director and all protocols of staff. My name is Gilbert Kibiti. I come from Meru, Farmer Center. Mine is really to thank East African Seed. East African Seed is a household name in Meru. You have provided variety, and you continue to do more. Mr. Mogambi, you called me the other day. You told me that you have introduced more maize varieties. I wish we had a clip of what is happening in the farm.
He owes me that a ton.
So that we can be able to show our farmers. And even go on the national TV. Please show what you have shown us in the farm. I think the farmers will come to appreciate what East African Seed is doing. And you are doing a lot, both in extension, in providing varieties. Thank you for everything, Mr. Jitu and staff. Karibu.
Hey, jameni, hiyo maneno ni matamu sana. Can we have a round of applause? Seriously. We have seen the good work which is being done and being recognized. That is what we are made of. At least we are now, I can pronounce this very loudly, Africa's best. Yeah, so we are very happy for the feedback. I would like to turn my attention to the high table. And we are going to have a couple of remarks from the high table. And the first in queue, I would like to invite Mr. Duncan Ondu, CEO, Stark. Please welcome. Thank you. Let's help me welcome him as he gives us his remark. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon again. I think to the chief guest, the MD East Africa Seed, and all the key guests in front, on behalf of STAC, which is the Seed Trade Association of Kenya, for us, when one of our members, like East Africa Seed, has an activity like this, it gives us extreme joy and gratitude to come and see and experience exactly what we do. You know, it's one thing to get seed in a packet. It's another thing to come and experience what that seed has done, especially through demonstration. And I think for us who've been able to go through the farm, you can bear me witness that what we've seen is tremendous and in good stride. We're just having some off-the-cuff discussion with Jitu, and we're saying that what the private sector is doing, this being one of them, is something that needs to be emulated by all actors within the food industry to ensure that Kenya as a country does not have any food deficit. Because you can see with irrigation, even though we are talking about climate change, one can be able to have enough both for now and also tomorrow. So for that, let's give them a clap. Now, something else which I also wanted to bring to the attention, especially of the farmers, is that in most of the meetings where we take part in, the farmers have been saying that they want a representative voice where they can be able to channel some of the concerns they have. In the last year, STAC was able to open its doors in terms of membership. So we now have a category for agro-dealers. So going forward, we'll be able to have agro-dealers among our membership, and this will provide an opportunity and also a platform where farmers can engage both at the local level and at the national level. So mine is just a brief remark, and to wish you well. Thank you.
Let's give him a round of applause, please. Thank you very much.
The chief guest, everyone at the head table, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Every time I see things like this, I'm very happy and very excited. Meaning, we have something to show also in Africa, being the African Seed Trade Association. You would agree with me, but generally, people would talk about AIDS, about civil war, about bad things in Africa. But we have also good things like this. And not only here, we have 27 countries in the membership of AFTA, and I would say the country which have potential for seed are now in AFTA. For instance, we couldn't expect Central Africa or Chad, who are more pastoral a country, to come to have a seed association or seed business, serious seed business. So in AFTA, we are trying to promote this quality seed, and we have just concluded our Congress in Dakar last week, in which there were 300 participants. Among other things we discussed, there is how to reach the farmers, how to reach out to farmers, how to supply good seed to farmers. And we take regulators, we take farmers, and we take also the seed company. We discussed. So one of the important things which come out was that you distributors, even the seed companies, do well. If there's no network for distribution, then it will remain in the shelf and it will not reach our farmers. So I would like to thank you for this good job you are doing for East Africa Seed. And there is also one thing I want to point out here. People are looking at Africa now in terms of seed business in general. Why? It's only Africa who has the latest, the potential of growing more food for the world. Africa has 60% of the Arab land in the world, and this is why we have 40% of what we call associate members from 12 countries all around the world coming here to partner with us. So this is, in my opinion, encouraging, and what I want to say, let's not lose hope. Despite this challenge we face, and every country has challenges. But when I look at this crop, when I look at the performance of the seed industry in general, I'm asking myself, why do we have food insecurity? So maybe teaming up together, all the seed stakeholders, public, private, and NGO, we will make a change and will make difference for this. So I also want to thank Mr. Zitusha. He was leading AFTA for 6 years now, and we reached this stage because of his leadership, and we keep going, keep doing it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Secretary General AFTA. I'd like to give Mr. Rogers a very short opportunity to highlight on a few things.
So again, we wish to recognize the presence of one of our customers from Burundi, Zakaria. Are you here? If you can raise your hand. Pandegan, fanya hivi tusalimie ukiwa hapo au mchotee makofi. Asante sana. Then also, do we have anybody from Rwanda, Uganda? Right. We also want to recognize the presence of our team from Tanzania, Macau and team. Johnson. Tuwakaribishe Kenya. Thank you. Karibuni.
Thank you very much. Feel at home. Feel welcomed. I would like to move forward, and at this point, I want to take the opportunity to invite Seed System Lead, One Acre Fund, Mr. Rowan Kane. Please welcome. Help me welcome Mr. Kane, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rowan Cantor, and I'm the Seed Systems Lead for One Acre Fund. First of all, thank you very much to East African Seed for the invitation to this fantastic event, and thank you to all the guests who are here and to the chief guest behind me. So first of all, if you don't know about One Acre Fund, we're an organization that provides high quality seeds and other agricultural inputs to smallholder farmers across East and Southern Africa. We currently operate in Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, and Malawi. And last year we supplied 2,500 metric tons of seed to our farmers in those countries. Currently we're working with about 250,000, 230,000 smallholder farmers in Kenya alone, focused mainly in western Kenya from Kisii up to Eldoret. So one of the main areas that is facing our small farmers at the moment is gaining access to high quality inputs, to high quality seeds at an affordable price to give them a good return on their investment. And so we very much appreciate the excellent services and quality that's been provided to us by East African Seed over the many years of partnership we've had with them. So I'd just like to say that I look forward to many more profitable years of providing good, high quality inputs at an affordable price to our farmers, and to thank you again for the invitation to this event. Thanks.
Thank you very, very much, One Acre Fund, for the good work you're doing. And of course, it's all involved seed, and we are at the center of seed. So we thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause, please. I also would like to take this opportunity now to invite Elizabeth, Madam Elizabeth, from Monsanto Commercial, to also have her remark. Thank you very much.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for coming today. Above all, I'd like to thank East Africa Seed for organizing such an event where we come together and we're able to experience our seed industry together. Thank you to the MD, Mr. Jitu, and also to the high table. Before I go into talking about Monsanto, I'd like to talk about our partnership as Monsanto with East Africa Seed. We started this journey 3 years ago. It has been an exciting journey. As a seed company that partnered with another seed company as a distributor, I'd like to also echo the words that East Africa Seed has to say. This is Africa's best in terms of a supplier distributor partnership. We've had a very, very exciting time, and we look forward for many, many more years that we are able to serve. Serving our customers, I would say East Africa Seed has been the best partner that we have, and we're excited to hear the feedback from the distributors saying we don't have any hitches, business has been as usual, and we hope to keep up with the path. So I'll just take a few minutes to talk about Monsanto. So Monsanto is basically a global company whose main expertise is in technology. And our main job as a company is to work to bring solutions to our farmers. And this is what we are looking at to be able to do, even in our country today, to be able to offer solutions in terms of disease, in terms of better quality products. Right now we are facing a challenge with issues of drought. So as Monsanto, we commit ourselves to continue working, to continue trying materials, to continue looking at the pipeline, and bringing in as many new varieties into the system to support our industry. So I'll just take this opportunity to say we are very proud to be associated with East Africa Seed, and we are very proud to be able to offer solutions. Thank you for the opportunity to come and speak with our farmers, speak with our stockists, and also just to interact and listen to each other. So as Monsanto, we are committed to keeping the journey, and we look forward to a very fruitful agricultural industry in the country. Thank you, East Africa Seed.
Thank you very much. Can we give some energetic clap? 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. My friend Rogers really know how to work the train. Maybe I'll give him opportunity sometime later to do that. I would like to take this opportunity now to invite Mr. Simeon Kibet from KEFIS to give us his remark. Help me welcome Mr. Kibet, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, Chief Guest, MD East Africa Seed, Stark, Chief Executive, Afsta, Monsanto, wakulima na wauzaji wa mbegu, hamjambo. Nachukua nafasi hii kushukuru East Africa Seed kwa kazi ambayo wamefanya kwa niaba ya KEPHIS. KEPHIS ni idara ya serikali na wachungia mbegu. Sawa sawa. Zamani tulikuwa tunaitwa polisi. I remember one time we used to go around and every time wakisikia kuna gari ya KEPHIS, duka zote zinafunga. Kwa sababu wanakuwa najua kumeharibika. Sawa sawa. Lakini over time we have worked together and we have been able to build a system that gives the farmers quality seed. Yeah. Zamani, I remember when I joined KEPHIS, kulikuwa na mbegu wanaita mbegu kushi, fake seed. It was around 50% that time. Everybody was selling everything. But the laws, regulations, training, understanding of the processes, we have been able to reduce that. I think kama bado kunayo, it must be 0.something%. Kenyans were so funny that time. I remember we used to go to Kiambu. Unaona hii container. Watu walikuwa, by that time kulikuwa na karatasi, haikuwa hivi. Walikuwa wanapasua polepole, wanapiga msumari, wanaweka mbegu ndani, wanarudisha karatasi. Wanasema hiyo ni mbegu. That's how Kenyans were that time. Including wakinunua pakiti ya kilo 2. I don't see it here. Lea mahindi. Wanasema fungua kutoka nyuma. Unajua nyuma hakuna usi, kwa sababu usi ni ngumu kushona. Na usi saa zingine iko na lebo. Sasa usitoe usi, fungua na nyuma, rudisha karatasi, wanaweka fake seed. Ile mahindi imewekwa red oxide, alafu wanahusia nyinyi. That used to happen, but now over time things have worked. I thank the companies, we are working together. KEPHIS licenses companies, so even East Africa wako na certificate yetu. Sawa sawa. Wakicheza sana tutawatoa. Mtakubali? Tukitoa certificate yetu hawatauza mbegu. Si ni kweli? But they are very good anyway. We are not saying they are doing a bad job. They are doing very good work, yeah? And all other companies like Monsanto, Kenya Seed, and all other companies. We are now having around 143 companies in Kenya, yeah? This is the biggest in Africa. Hakuna Africa, hakuna mahali ingine iko na kampuni kama hizo. This is the biggest in Africa. And we are working with East Africa, both Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Ethiopia, all this, so that we harmonize our laws and we are able to have a bigger market rather than just concentrating in Kenya. If we can have the same laws across the East African community, then you can sell your seed across all the other countries. And we are also encouraging them to become members of international systems, yeah? Because if you become members of international systems, you follow the same standards, yeah? And therefore you are able to move seed across borders. Tanzania became a member of OECD seed schemes last year on cereals, yeah? So they are trying to be members of ISTA, International Seed Testing Association, and then they are able to bring their seed to Kenya, yeah? So we hope by the end of the year we shall be having very clear ways of importing and exporting seed to Uganda. Our seed can move anywhere, don't worry. Kenyan seed, because we are members of all the international systems, mbegu yetu inaweza enda kila mahali dunia hii, including overseas. Therefore, we still have a problem from other countries that have not become members of international seed systems, bringing seed to Kenya. Bado kuna hiyo shida. I think in terms of KEPHIS and KEPHIS functions, KEPHIS works with seed companies, yeah? We are working with quite a number of them. For the information of East Africa Seed, tulikuwa na meeting mkutano jana ya release varieties. And we are very happy that we released 3 maize varieties that are MLN tolerant. Amujasikia hiyo. There is hii ugonjwa unaitwa MLN, maize necrotic funny disease, yeah? Inamaliza mahindi huko Bomet. At least CIMIT, KALRO, ATF wamejaribu sana. And they have been having a very good screening facility in Naivasha. And we were able to release 3 varieties yesterday that are MLN tolerant. That means East Africa can actually pick them from ATF and CIMIT and multiply and give the farming community. We hope by the end of 2-3 years from now, we shall be able to sort that disease, kabisa. We were in AFSTA with the AFSTA chief executive last week in Senegal. And one vegetable something in Tanzania
are also working on varieties that are tolerant to wanaita nini? Hii nakula tomato. Luta absoluta. So something is being done. People are not sleeping. Breeders are working. At least people have seen the problems that you have, and they are actually coming up with things that can be able to survive all those. Quality of seed, as we have said, is very important. Kenya is actually the leading country in Africa in terms of certified seed. We were in Senikoya, as I told you, but kuna shida huko. But wanauza informal seed systems na wanaita certified seed. So we still have a long way to grow to have certified seed. In Kenya, we are doing very well in terms of availing certified seed in the systems. I think the other thing we are talking about, we are talking with companies as KEFIS, and by the end of the year, by the end of the year, all seed in Kenya will have a small label. It's called a sticker. So any certified seed will have a sticker from KEFIS. Yeah. So that will assure quality. Why do we do that? Because in Kenya, as I told you, Kenyans are very interested. Hata nyinyi mwenye mnauza mbegu. Kuna siku, I think 2004, huko Karatina huko. Mtu alinunua kilogramu 4 ya French beans. Alafu akapanda 10 acres. Sasa the 4 kilos I think were enough for 2.5 acres. Hiyo ingine alipanda vituko zingine. Sasa by the time it was supposed to be harvested for purposes of export, the ports certified seed ilikuwa bado mzuri, haijaweka mbegu. Lakini ile ingine yote ilikuwa imeweka mbegu kubwa hivi. What did the guy do? He wanted compensation, isn't it? Say, I bought this seed and it's bad seed. Yeah? The advantage is the stockist had kept very good records. That's what I want to tell you. Siji mnauza mbegu. Weka record mzuri. So we had to follow it up, and he actually realized that things were not good. When we realized that he had only fought, alikuwa amenunua kilo 4 tu. Hiyo ingine alikuwa ameenda kununua sokoni. But if there were no good records, the stockist at the company could have compensated that guy. Yeah? So keeping records is very important. And I know in Africa, keeping records is a difficult thing. Mimi najua, isn't it? If you send me to Masai land, especially during census, huwezi uliza Masai, watoto huko na ngapi, hawezi mwambia wewe. Watoto wahesabiwi Masai. Sasa ukitaka kujua watoto wa Masai ni ngapi, unauliza jina ya watoto yako ni nani? Anasema Sendeyo, Lenana, nini, akinyamaza, hesabu. Utajua watoto ni ngapi. Lakini kwa hesabu watoto hiyo hakuna hiyo. Sawa. That means record keeping is not a very common thing to Kenyans. But record keeping is very important if you are dealing with seed. Yeah? Sasa mtu akinunua mbegu yako, andika receipt. Na ukiandika receipt, andika load number. Yeah? Na andika ni kilo ngapi. Otherwise, you will compensate that farm. I was in Nakuru, and there was a farmer that was compensated. Alinunua kilo 4 ya mahindi, 2. Akaenda akapanda kilo 2. Akawacha hiyo kilo 2 ingine kwa nyumba yake. Baada ya mwaka moja, zilikuwa zimeshikwa na WIFOS kabisa. Akarudisha. Akasema nilinunua kwa stockist fulani, receipt ndio hii. Ubaya hiyo stockist hata kwa ameandika date. Yeah? So we had to go and tell the stockist, kama uliuza mbegu mbaya, we are going to arrest you, or you compensate. The farmer was compensated another 2 kilos free of charge. Aenda apande hiyo mwaka ingine. Kuna kwa ameficha hiyo ingine. So record keeping, please. Record keeping, very important. Yeah? So that when we follow things rightly. We have our records in our computers in KEFIS. We can trace seed, especially that they were planted in Kenya, mpaka mkulima. Yeah? Vile ilipitia, ikapita factory gani, ikatestiwa namna gani, ikafika namna gani. We have all that. So that when somebody claims, we easily follow it up. We are trying to make that electronic by next year, so that we are able to move these things together. And you can even access them through electronics, yeah? So, I think, wanaweza ongea mpaka jioni, lakini wacha ninyamazie hapa. Otherwise, I wish you all the best. Thanks to East Africa and everybody who has participated in making sure that this field day is successful. And I know we are going to see who is winning and nani ameuza mingi, sawa sawa. But you can work with us. We have offices all over. Yeah? We have offices in Kitale, Embu, Mombasa, na tuko na porta points to make sure that. Oh, somebody mentioned about chemicals, and akasema anataka chemicals. Chemicals now is becoming a real issue. Wenye kutengeneza chemicals ni wazungu, si kweli? Na wenye kukula French peas na peas ni wazungu. Na wanasema hawataki chemicals kwa peas and peas. Sawa sawa. So if you spray, ikienda ng'ambo haitakulwa. But what happens? Mtu mmoja anakuwa marked, si nyinyi, ni Kenya. Yeah. If there are chemicals on your products that go overseas, it is not farmers, it is not seed company, it is Kenya products. And we can be banned as a country. That's why we have been fighting with chemicals also. It is a problem. It is good to use chemicals, but use it the right way. I know wakulima wengine huko Loitoktok wanaweka chemicals kwa vitu na kusema nini? Hiyo ni ya Nairobi. Yenye iko pande hii ni yangu. Yangu haikuwekwi chemicals, ni kweli. Na wanasahau kwamba watoto wako Nairobi wanasoma, relatives wako Nairobi watakuja kukula chemicals. Si sawa sawa? But because yangu ni sawa sawa, wacha hao waumie. That's why we have a lot of cancer and other things. Anyway, thank you. Asante.
Let's give him a real applause. This time round, 1, 2, 3.
To show us about record keeping, about things about the teens, even held one teen and then put it down. I think all those things is insinuating certain things which in the next few minutes or so we are able to get a clear direction from our MD. So I would like to invite the MD for his remarks. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Felix, Rogers. And let me just start by greeting all of you and welcoming you to today's, it's actually 16th event that we are hosting. And we call this Top Customers Meet. It's called TCM in short. This event we are hosting every year, and it recognizes our good relations with our customers, distributors, and the farmers. We hold this event to reward all the good work that we can do together, and it gives us great pleasure in promoting. You can see all the products, especially the live demonstrations that you've seen today, and you can see that the company is actually growing from strength to strength. Let me also take this opportunity to recognize some of the seed industry experts that you heard from on the high table. These people are extremely valuable because they are always focused on how the seed industry is acting, is panning out in the global scenario. So it's important to work and to listen to some of the points that they have made. The association work, I've been involved for a long time, over 15 years now, and it's not easy to obviously deal with the governments and then also the private sector. So you have both to then agree on certain things to pave the way forward for distributors like yourself. I'd like to call this event a fun event. It should be a harmonious sort of interaction between the regulators, some of the industry experts, and yourselves, because you are our future in the sense of growing the food and feeding our people. So whatever problems, whatever issues you have, let us discuss openly and address some of these issues. You heard some of the major issues being the drought sort of tolerant crops that would be preferred. Water is becoming scarcer. You can all feel issues that are coming out in the sense of lack of rain. And how do we preserve and conserve the water? Again, this forum, it gives us not only to exchange, but to be a bit creative. If we are creative, if we actually stretch our brains a bit, we can come up with some tremendous innovative ideas. For us, the team is working all the time, really hard, in designing new products, in coming up with some good solutions. AgriScope, which is our agrochemical brand. And also now we have a third brand called Siova, which is mostly focused on hybrids, hybrid vegetables, and also now doing some of the maize hybrids that you've seen. Overall, all this sort of progress work, it is for you. It is to pave way for better business for you distributors and our customers. Another important thing that you've seen is that size is not everything. You know, we work very efficiently and very good business relationship with Monsanto. And Monsanto, as you know, I don't know, has it been bought by Bayer? Okay, so it was in the process of being bought out by an agrochemical firm, Bayer. But before that, as you all know, Monsanto was one of the largest seed companies in the world. So, you know, size is not everything. It's how we address your problems. That is the main thing. At East African Seed, as you can see, we are shifting gears. You heard some of the new hybrids that are being introduced in the pipeline, the maize hybrids, and you've seen a lot of new vegetable hybrids that are being displayed around. We are also on a fast track progress of expanding in the region. We've opened offices in Rwanda and in Zambia, and these have already started distributing for the last 6 months. A lot of the head office team is traveling around, making sure everything is working. At the same time, and which we'll be obviously revealing later, there is new packaging that we have now introduced for the betterment of selling to the farmers. One of the major challenges that we have been facing over the past couple of years, 3 years, which you heard from Simeon, the outbreak of certain diseases which are totally unpredictable. Tuta absoluta. We are also looking for chemicals to treat this, but to actually deliver a product that is resistant to some of these diseases takes time. So we try to work both with new sort of selections, sometimes to mix with agrochemicals as well. I don't know if we're going to really get rid of MLND, but let's hope CAFIS helps us to pull through this. There is hope and opportunity. You also heard that the seed industry is becoming very, very competitive. There's 143 seed companies. I don't know how many of really are seed companies or operating in a proper seed system way. We've been actually discussing during my time with STAC on how to actually weed out some of these irregular seed companies. But I'm sure CAFIS is doing a good job on that. We don't mind competition. We are okay. Okay, so there are around 30 companies that are doing seed business very properly. So that's good for you. You have a wider choice. On research and breeding, I think this is one of the most important focus at East African Seed. And through plant breeding, we have developed certain resistant crops towards drought. Of course, we are always looking at specific desired characteristics, consumer preferences to drive our breeding and our selection of some of the vegetable hybrids. The industry standards are always raised, the bar is being raised, the CAFIS is being recognized also internationally, and we like to follow most of the rules and regulations. Unfortunately, sometimes it's beyond our control as well. So we have to understand that it's a live industry. By live industry, what I mean is a live product, and certain things alter, change, so we have to be a little bit commercial minded in this. It's not always regulatory in the sense of black and white, because the regulators love to make certain regulations and they want to control everything. But you know, we are in business. We need to do business across borders, across ourselves, so we need to be a bit flexible. So request them to look at that in the light of being commercial as well. thank you, AFSTA and STAC. We continue to obviously guide you, help you, but one thing is, because of the previous reason I mentioned on regulatory, you need to advocate a lot more as well for the industry. So we look forward to working with you on that. One of the main things in the industry right now is human resource. As you all know, human resources need to be trained. There's a lot of cost involved, not only training, also in selling. Now you, as our customers, need the right products. You need the right sort of product in your area. So for this, we need to train our staff all the time. So what better opportunity than for yourselves to see actually live some of the products and get specific training, you know, on the farm itself here. So lastly, I just want to say that we are in good hands with our staff, our teams, different teams on sales, agrochemicals, on the breeding, on the regional teams. We continue to invest in the region. We continue to invest in breeding, in also productions. We're working very well with some of the production companies that we're dealing with right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, please interact widely, share joyfully, enjoy fully, and have lots of fun today. Thank you very much. So, Rogers would like to have me.
Yes.
These are the new design tins, and there's packets of East African seed and Siowa. And as you can see, these are all very simple but colorful, and we'll let you decide how you feel about them.
Yeah, you can see it's open. What the farmers have been always asking for this on top, and rust proof. We've had farmers, stockists saying your tins are rusting. Now this is rust proof, and you see this is very progressive. If you look at the Africa map, it will come closer to you. You see like a swar. You know,
so that's a Maasai mark.
It's a Maasai mark. Trust me. So what we are going to do, we're going to request the MD to call the farmer, please. Mr. Magambo, please come to the front. This is very symbolic. You are now selling. It's a long time since you sold. So he's going to pass it over to the farmer, because this is the destination from us through the distributor to the farmer. So chukua mbegu. Tuwapigie makofi, please. Mr. Magambo is one of our prominent farmers in at the Kitengela. Many years. Do you want to say something?
I do farming in Kitengela, but between Kitengela and Isinya, I plant melon and onion.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So you will have this closer after this. You can have a look at them and have a feel. Thank you.
Yeah. Let me take this opportunity now to invite our chief guest and Albert Moniki, who's I've actually just met him, so let him introduce himself as well. Albert. He represents Muranga County Governance.
Thank you very much, MD, East African Seed, all participants, guests present, na wakulima wote, habari zenu. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Albert Moneki, Media Minister wa Agriculture hapa kaunti ya Murang'a, and I work directly at the governor's office. Actually, right now I'm just talking to him over the phone via texts, because we have a major program to address the drought situation in Murang'a. Of course, we are all aware that drought has now been declared a national disaster this year under the executive order number 1/2022. 207. We deal with those things. When you're in government, you cannot ignore, you cannot avoid dealing with those executive orders, and that's why it's important to make reference to that. First of all, let me welcome you to Murang'a and tell you to feel at home. Bwana MD, I don't know whether you'll be able to say what we say here. We have a saying where we say no way that. Maybe you can try that later or now, but I would like to ask the participants to just echo that. Tell your neighbor, no way that. Nikazi tu, it's just work and work in Murang'a in terms of our philosophy as a government. Because we recognize the fact that we were given this mandate so that we cause real change to the people that stay or live in Murang'a County. And more than 85% of the people who live in this county are farmers, or what we call smallholder farmers. And we therefore have to do a lot to upgrade the economic status of the farmers in this county. And well, I'm in charge of agriculture, livestock and irrigation matters. And recently I was given another one called environment, because the executive who was looking at environment resigned to vie for a political seat in Keharo. So I wear a lot of, I carry a lot of responsibility as far as Murang'a is concerned. But we thank you, East African Seed, particularly for choosing your research farm to be in this county. And to tell you the truth, I didn't know where it is. I knew it today. I haven't come here before. Maybe my attention around this place had been on something different, because maybe I was concerned about the coffee, I was concerned about the flower farms around here. But I haven't gotten into this farm before. And what I've seen today is really great effort. I know a lot of work has been done there, a lot of investment has come in. I've met your breeders, the team that is very, very knowledgeable, and we appreciate the kind of work you're doing, particularly in developing varieties that are suitable to the agroecological zones, the specific agroecological areas that we have, both in the vegetable sector and also the cereals. I've also seen fodder, and that is very, very instrumental to helping our farmers upgrade their economic statuses, because once they utilize hybrid seed, well-developed seed, properly researched seed, they have a guarantee of a harvest, and there is a guarantee of food on the table. There is a guarantee of sales. And I think East African Seed, you've done a good job. I also want to give accolades to KEFIS, because I think KEFIS as the regulator, we rely a lot on your recommendations, particularly on ensuring that varieties are pure, varieties are disease-free, and currently the biggest challenge we are having, of course, are the new pests that are coming into the system that have not been there, and also the diseases, particularly in cereals. And you have mentioned a bit of that. That is mainly the maize lethal necrotic disease, plus the tuta absoluta in tomatoes, and other pests and diseases that affect the vegetables. Here in Murang'a, we welcome all innovators. We welcome people of goodwill. We are ready to work with the private sector. We are ready to work with associations. We are ready to work with other government agencies. We do not lock out anybody who is adding value to the progress of our people and our farmers in this county. I wish to say that we'll be looking into partnering with different seed companies, East African Seed included, particularly when we come to addressing the issue of the drought. We'll be mainly looking at what we call drought escaping seed varieties, mainly cereals, because once farmers do not have cereals, they think they are food insecure. So that is the first attention that we give to our farmers in the mitigation response that we are trying to make. Of course, including other seed companies. And I think when we give you the opportunity to trade with us, to trade with our farmers, we wish to request you to grab that as an opportunity that you capitalize on and guarantee our farmers get top quality materials, the materials that we'll be able to use. I've been informed that you will be having an open week. I'll pledge to bring a few of my farmers, maybe several trucks or several buses next week, so that they can also come around and see what is happening. That in itself, and I think that is why you've craft, that will be creating a job, a business opportunity to all the traders who are here. Maybe those who are in Murang'a probably would get a better opportunity, but I've already now started organizing that so that they can come and see the kind of products you have, both the vegetables and the cereals. They can also appreciate, so that by the time they are getting to the shop or to the trader or to the agrovet to purchase a particular variety of maize seed or vegetable seed or any other, they are able to connect the performance of that with what they are getting from the agrovet. And I think that will be important, and I'll request that even other seed companies who are represented here, including the association, we create a greater partnership between ourselves and the farmers that we serve. Because we do all this for the common farmer. When I say common farmer, I don't mean whether it's a smallholder farmer or a large-scale farmer. But I think that is our major customer. It's our best customer. And therefore, I'll request that when we have more of such kind of demonstrations or sites where we can be able to bring in farmers. Of course, I know research stations are a bit, people need to be a bit careful so that we don't bring in external adversaries. But I think for this week, we are allowed to do that. I'll also request that you do demos out there, especially along the main roads. If you are able to do several of them, it is a clear demonstration of what the performance of each of those varieties can achieve. And therefore, I'll appeal to you to do that. You do on-farm trials, work with farmers, so that they can also be able to give a good story to other farmers, so that you can be able to promote the good work that you are doing. I don't wish to take a lot of time. I wish to say that you're welcome to Murang'a many other times. And also, those who are from Murang'a, I also want to make an appeal, because we are heading to a very, very important session in August. Give us another mandate. When I'm speaking like that, you know, I'm speaking on behalf of my governor, Mwangi wa Iria. We are of course saying that this is the new land of milk, because currently we are able to pay 150 million shillings per month to our dairy farmers through our milk initiative. But we are saying that can go to waste if people are not properly educated and they vote the government back to power. It is very important that I tell you that, because I would not imagine that your vote does not count. It does if you come from this county. And if you live in Thika, I think before they close the registration, because they're still registering voters, just cross over. Cross over and register in this county before they close, before they start inspecting the voters' roll. So with those many remarks, I want to thank the MD and Mugambi. We have been relating with Mugambi on many occasions. That is Rogers. And I think I appreciate the kind of work you're doing. And with all that, thank you very much. And When you go back safely, and we plan to meet again. Asanteni.
A very high interest and high value to us. We would like to reward our top customers and of course our best salespersons. I have two categories which will be special category and of course the top customers, and then after that we'll have vote of thanks, and then we'll have lunch which is being set, and we'll enjoy Kayamba and people will live at their own pleasure afterwards. So allow me to rush through this, and we appreciate this particular category where we are in. I would like to, I'll be calling the winners in each and every category. If I call you and you're here, please, you can approach the podium, and then of course I will ask persons from the high table to give out the prizes. So in the special category, I would like to start with the best salesperson, Agriscope, and this award goes to Mr. Raphael Nzuki. If you're here, Mr. Raphael Nzuki, I would like to call Summit representative to give out this award to one of our own, Mr. Raphael Nzuki. Let's give Raphael Nzuki applause. Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael Nzuki, for the good work you've done for Agriscope. The second best salesperson is ESEED Innovations. This goes to Mr. Benjamin Kaveva. Mr. Kaveva, please, may you approach the podium. AATF representative to give out this award. Let's give him a round of applause, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you very much. The third award goes to Best Agriscope Sales. This goes to Shira Agrovet. If you have Shira Agrovet representative, please join me to the podium. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Shira Agrovet. In these two categories, in the special category, are very special. This is the most improved in sales, and the most improved sales category goes to Lamu Fashions. Kindly have Lamu Fashions representative to approach the podium, and I would call Mr. Simeon Kibet from Kefis to give out this award. Let's give a round of applause to Lamu Fashions. The most improved sales. Let's give him, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Lamu. In this special category award, the best in hybrid vegetable sales goes to Farmers Price Center. Can I have Farmers Price Center representative approach? And I would like to invite Mr. Rowan Kanta to give out this award. Price Center. Thank you very much. In the special category, we were just mentioning in no particular order, but I would like to go into Monsanto sales. As you were told earlier on, we have Monsanto sales. So I would call the first runners-up. The best salesperson Monsanto first. The best salesperson Monsanto goes to Mr. Peter Chomba. Mr. Peter Chomba, please approach the podium. And I would invite Madam Elizabeth Miranda to give out this award to Mr. Peter Chomba as the best salesperson Monsanto. Is Mr. Peter Chomba around? Oh, let's give a round of applause. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. The next category is runners-up Monsanto sales. This goes to Jupiter Farmput. Do we have Jupiter Farmput representative? Thank you, she's there. Let's give a round of applause for Jupiter Farmput as she approaches the podium. And I would like to invite Mr. Justin from Secretary General Upstate to give out this award. The best Monsanto cell. Jupiter Farm Food. Let's give a round of applause to Jupiter Farm Food. Runners up Monsanto cell, that was Jupiter Farm Food. Best Monsanto sales goes to Kimber Skin Stores. Kimber Skin Stores. Do you have Kimber Skin representative? Please approach. And I would like to invite Mr. Jitusha, MD ESID, to give out this award. Let's give a round of applause.
You can't stop me, no. You can't stop me, no. You can't stop me, no.
Thank you very much. Let's give our award winners a round of applause for working too hard in 2016. Move to the next category. And this is the category we are all been waiting for. This is the Top Customers Award. We're going to award the top customers today. And I will start from down, going to the top. And of course, again, I will invite our high table guests to help present these awards. Now, can we give a round of applause even if before I read them? I think it's good to give them some round of applause. So let's say 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. We are all winners in this. So the first person I would like to invite for award is Josemo Distributors Kisii. If you have a representative for Josemo Distributors Kisii, kindly approach. Family Enterprises Embu, kindly join me at the podium because it's a tie between Josemo Distributors and Family Enterprises. Do you have Family Enterprise representative? All right, so I would like to invite Mr. Undu to help give out the certificates. Josemo Enterprises and Family Enterprise, Josemo Distributors and Family Enterprises, Kisii and Embu are tied, and they have won a motorbike. Let's give a round of applause to Josemo and Family. Yeah, my friend Rogers is telling me it is good to say that there are 2 motorbikes, not one split into 2 so that the other one goes with the front wheel and the other one the rear wheel. But anyway, they have won 2 bikes, Josemo and Famlink. The next I would like to invite to the podium is New Downtown Seed Chem, Mwea. Do you have a representative for New Downtown Seed, Mwea? Mwea? Mr. Rogers? Do you have a representative? None? All right, still they are our winners today, and of course they will be in touch with our sales and marketing team for their award. The next is Jupiter Farm Put Supplies, Karatina. Do we have Jupiter Farm Put? Yeah, let's give a round of applause to Jupiter Farm Put, Karatina. And I would like to invite Madam Elizabeth to give out the certificate. Has won a smartphone. So let's give a round of applause for Jupiter Farm Put. The next award winner is Kinga Scheme General Stores Loy Tok Tok. Do we have Kinga Scheme represented? Kinga Scheme. Yes, let's give a round of applause to Kinga Scheme. And I would like to call Mr. Simeon to give this certificate. Let's give Kinga Scheme General Stores a round of applause. And he has won himself 4 nights for 2 in South Africa. Let's give him a round of applause. 4 nights for 2 in South Africa. Now, the first runners up is Shira Agrovet, Nairobi. Do you have a representative for Shira Agrovet, Nairobi? Yes, let's give a round of applause to Shira Agrovet, Nairobi. Yes. And I would like to invite Mr. Justin to come and award this top customer. Let's give a round of applause as they come, please. For 2 in Dubai. Four nights for 2 in Dubai. Yes. There is another tie. Personally, I would like to revert back to 4 nights for 2 in South Africa, then there is a 4 night for 2 in Dubai, and then now we are faced with another tie. The tie is Farmers Price Center and Cape Farm Farmers. Kindly join me at the podium, and I would like to jointly invite the MD and the chief guest to come and help me award our top customers. That is Farmers Price Center, Mwea, and Cape Farm Pharmacy. Kindly please join me if you have. Let's give them a round of applause, gentlemen. They have won 4 nights for 2 for each in Israel. I feel like repeating that, yeah? 4 nights for 2 for each in Israel. Thank you very much. Let's give them a round of applause. And as I mentioned earlier, our top customers has won 4 nights for 2 for each in Israel. So I would like to call in Mr. Rogers, because I'd already told you that he is very good in some rain and showering, so that we can really appreciate our top customers today. Kindly come, Mr. Rogers, so that we can do this.
First of all, let me say hi to my big friend, Mr. Mutaza. Karibu Nairobi. Naomba kukusalimia. Kijana yangu hapa. So, Felix is trying me. Are you trying me?
I am.
One characteristic is a character of Arsenal people. We are very resilient. We play the best football. You know this one? Tap, tap, tap. Only that recently we lost 2-0, meaning we lost in Germany and we lost in England. That is 2-0, isn't it? If you are saying no, you got E, you got A for elephant in mathematics. Me, I got A for apple. Are we together? All right. First of all, thank you very much, the distributors and the farmers, for supporting this cause. I wish to say that we have now four business units from which we can tap into those valued profits. You can tap. This is EA Seed, vegetable seeds, EA Seed maize, Agriscope, that's our agrochemical brand, and of course Monsanto. On top of that, we have a cream which is Siova, and MD mentioned about it. and that's our international brand. It represents top hybrids and premium OPVs. So now, join me in congratulating the winners, all of them, but particularly now. Mutasema nini? Where is Mr. Ndegwa? Dr. Ndegwa? Where did he sit? So I will ask you and Farmers Price, Mrs. Karanja, please also stand up. Surprisingly, they are also growing younger. I think when you said East African seed, you have to remain young. Amwezi nichotea makofi hapo. So for me, because I love the soil, I love crops, I love farmers, I always talk of rain. And rain comes in small bits called manyunyu, and that's what we are going to do now. Now you have to hold this mic for me. Now you have to work. It's not for free. Ama niseme ufutwe. All right, let's go. So we do this. We start slowly. You know how rain builds. Let it grow. Let it grow to our top customers. Give them. That was here. Another one. Let's go. Manyunyu. 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 Ikue. Mpatie.
Or something. So we want to thank you very much for taking this opportunity to be with us now. We really appreciate your top customers and indeed your presence here with us. Now, I know time has really gone, and going through my watch, I think we are quite much in time for other activities which are lined up. We have vote of thanks next, and then of course we'll have a closing prayer, then we'll head out for lunch, and then we'll have entertainment. I would also urge you, for those who might have skipped a plot or two, our agronomists are on site. You can always go back and see for yourself and confirm that thing now that it's hot. So go check again, see how it behaves right now. Maybe it will convince you further. Yes. So the vote of thanks will be done by Mr. Chege Macharia. He has a team. I think he's consolidating it. But it is only proper to at least celebrate our top customers with Kayamba and the top and the high table just with a small jig. So I would like to invite the top customers hapo here, and then we can have a small jig with Kayamba Africa. Please join me, Cape Farm and Farmers Price up here. Please, let's just do it fast, and then we enjoy this occasion together. Kayamba, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who have received their awards, please, can you come in front, please? We want to do it very fast. Plus the high table, I humbly request that we be upstanding. And we just want to appreciate the winners for today. Can you give them a hand clap? And we're going. And I will request that all of us will be upstanding so that we can do it together. And for those who are going to sit, they are not part of this celebration, and also they are not part of East African seats. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready to celebrate with the chief guest? Because I'm so happy that the chief guest has said that this is the first time. And he has promised that next week we are going to have how many buses? 46 buses. Can we clap for him, ladies and gentlemen? And to lead us, the chief guest, plus the CEO, plus the high table, and everyone. This is how we are going to do it. Mogidi simply means a train. And a train needs to have a leader, and the rest follow. So the chief guest, plus the rest, nyuma yao, plus the winners, twende kazi. Na tutaenda namna hii, celebration imeanza. Na ule hata fuata Mugithi, you are not a real customer. Gentlemen, are we ready for Mugithi? For those who know
Makofi ya Seed Company. Mumechoka? Wawekee Kiluya kidogo tukiwakienda kukaa.
Calling Mr. Chege Macharia to give vote of thanks.
Thank you, Felix. Good afternoon. Wow, it's an honor to have all of you accept our invitation and be with us to experience this great day. I would want, before I give my vote of thanks speech, I would want to introduce our sales team, that you really interact with them each and every day. We have 11 regions across the country, which deals with the ESC, that is the vegetables and seed section, and then we also have the AgriScope, the chemicals department, all of them together for being represented by the 11 sales team. I'll start with the Lower Coast region. Lower Coast region represented by Mr. Obed Kamoni. Is there, standing there. Then we have Upper Coast region, represented by Rafael Nzuki, our best sales, AgriScope sales representative. Then we have Lower Eastern, represented by Meshach Nzuki at the back. Then we have Nairobi region, represented by Benjamin Kaveva. You can wave. Yeah. Then we have Mount Kenya region, represented by Peter Shomba. Peter Shomba at the back, right at the back. Then we have Rift Valley region, represented by Peter Cairo. Thank you. We have Aberdare region, represented by Sam Wanjiro at the back. Then we have Lower Lower Western region, represented by Amos Wekesa. Amos, thank you. Then we have Upper Western region, represented by Uri Tiro. Thank you very much. Then we have South Rift, represented by Billy Turgut. They are waving. Thank you very much. Then we have Nyanza, finally, represented by Peter Matinde. Yeah, at the back there. That's the team that is represent us for the vegetables and maize seeds together with AgriScope, the chemicals. We also have the sales team for the maize that is led by Daniel Mogo. Daniel Mogo, where are you? Then we have Ted Agumba. Ted Agumba representing the Rift Valley region. Thank you very much there. Then we have Lawrence Keria representing Nairobi region for the sales for the maize team. We have Mogambi representing Mount Kenya, Mr. Mogambi, Solomon Mogambi. And then finally, we have Timothy representing Western region. So that brings, that represents our sales team on the ground. We also have field assistants who help to promote and create demand on the ground. They're representative, they are spread across the region. Finally, we have come to an end of today's session, and I'm very grateful that you have graced this event. On behalf of EAC Managing Director, Mr. Jitu Shah, I express our profound and most sincere gratitude to you all for honoring our invitation. First and foremost, I thank our MD, Mr. Jitu, for solidly giving full support to this annual top customer event. Secondly, I thank our guests whom, despite their tight schedule, have found time to grace this occasion individually. To you customers, this is our day. We are humbled by your kind gesture in accepting our invitation, despite your busy and tight business schedules and sacrifices you've made, leaving your business operations behind. Special appreciation goes to Seminis, led today by Ms. Elizabeth Miranda, for finding a great partner in EAC in distribution of your vegetable seeds in Kenya. I thank the area government administration officials for honoring our invitation and your continued support. I also want to thank our service providers who have contributed in success of today's event, including the catering team, photography, tents and decor, sanitation, security and transport. My thanks also goes to Kayamba Africa for your great performances. Thank you very much. I cannot but recognize with gratitude the invaluable contribution of EAC management team and staff in general for hard work and every effort given towards the success of this event. I am indeed grateful to each and every one of you. Special appreciation goes to the farm team who have given the best crop husbandry on the demonstration crops we all admired in the farm. To everyone who contributed in any way to the success of today's event, I say thank you. Now, if by any chance there is anything you've had, experienced, or have seen that didn't please you, please accept our sincere apologies. Let us know, we shall improve. Finally, permit me to thank God for making today's Top Customers Meet a resounding success. I wish you all God's protection and journey mercies to your various destinations. As we break and we have our lunch, after lunch, those customers who didn't have a chance to visit our field demonstration plots, please take this chance and visit all the demonstration plots. We also have a nursery business center there. We have a tunnel. Please make sure of visiting that tunnel. We are introducing seedlings business in the market because we have realized farmers have gone higher and they may not have time to start seed nurseries. So we are doing seed nurseries for them. So please, if a farmer comes to your shop and is requiring seedlings, you can also direct them to our farm, this Dika farm. We are selling the seedlings. All the seeds that we sell, we have the seedlings for them. So thank you very much for coming and gracing this occasion. Let's have fun, and I'll take this mic to the MC for today, Mr. Felix, to give us more directions where to go. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause to Chege. We are hungry, and we must eat now in the next few minutes. So I wouldn't take very long, but I would like to invite Mr. Kingo, if you're here, to come and join me as he's going to bless the food. There are 2 lines that you're going to have down there. So we are going to use a FIFO. So somebody is going to go there first, then come back and sit down in your table, mostly organized way. At the same time, we'll be enjoying kayamba or music intermittently. So after that, those who would like to go back to the farm, we'll be much obliged to give you an agronomist to accompany you to the farm. So let's give this opportunity to Mr. Kingo to bless the food, and then we'll give the I-table opportunity to go there first, and then the rest of us can follow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let us bow our head and pray. Everlasting Father, in the mighty name of the Son Jesus Christ, we do say thank you for this wonderful moment. Thank you for the grace. Thank you for your power. Since we began this occasion, we have acknowledged your power. We have acknowledged your mercy, Lord, upon us, O King of glory. It has come the time to end. Lord, we ask you, Lord, to be with us, O Jehovah. Bless us, O my Redeemer. As we are going even to have food, we ask you, Lord, to bless us, O King of glory. We ask you even to bless us, O my Father, as we shall be parting, dear Lord, back to our destination. We ask you, Lord, to be with us. Through Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Thank you very much. Enjoy immeasurably, interact widely. Those are the words of my MD. I'm just quoting him. So let's do that this particular time as we enjoy our time. And then in case of any need, please, anybody with EAC, you'll